Hey guys, so today we're going to be making the Olympic rings, and each ring is pretty much the same exact way. So you make a slip knot, then you chain 15, and once you do that, you connect the 15 chains. You connect the last chain to the very first chain and make sure that they're all on the same side. So I'm making the black ring first. So that's the one in the middle. You just connect it like this. And once you do that, all you have to do is slip stitch into every single chain all around until you get to the beginning. So since I didn't have a ring to use that, these are not going to be as firm, obviously, but it still does the deed as it should. And once you get to the 15th chain, you slip stitch into the first one, and that makes the first circle. Then you just cut off the yarn. Since we're using different color different color yarns, tighten it and tie together the first yarn with the second one and double knot it to make sure it doesn't fall apart on you. So what happened here is I tried the red one first and I did it wrong, but I'm gonna show you that you have to put the red one through the black ring because that's how the logo is. So hopefully I'm not messing this up, but that's what I did with the blue one. Because the first thing I did with the red one is I tried to make them separately, but I want to make it exactly as the logo goes, and some of the rings intertwine within each other. So I'm doing the same thing with the red one and going all the way around. So I made the 15 chains and now I'm just slip stitching around each of the chains. So here we are, finished with the red one, and once again you cut off your yarn, tighten it, and double knot the first yarn with the one that you just cut off. So this is how it's looking right now, and that's basically how it's supposed to be: the blue, the black, the red. And the next yarn that we're going to use is the green one, so that's going to be right underneath. So what you have to do is first you make the 15 chains so that you have some way to work it. So now we're going to connect it, and we put it through the black ring and the red ring. And all we're going to do now is just slip stitch through each one. And since they're already connected into here, it's a lot easier. So I'm just making sure I did it right. So now we just cut off the yarn the same as we did the first two. and tighten it together. Thankfully, I had all the colors of the yarn. The only thing is that the yellow one was fuzzy and hard to work with, but the rest of them are fine. So this is what it looks like right now, and you'll be able to see it better once it's stretched out and laid out. So the green and the yellow are not connected together like all the rest of them are, but I was looking at the logo to make sure it's all correct. So we're gonna take the yellow now, and it's a little harder to work with because you can't really see where you're putting your yarn into, but you could feel it with your fingers, so it's still manageable. But once again, I made 15 chains. If you want to make bigger circles, obviously you could do it that way as well, but this is the gist of how much or how the process works. So just like with the green yarn, after you finish making it, you take the other end. I made a mistake of putting the end that I'm crocheting into, and this one you put it through the blue and the black. And you don't put it through the green, you just put it through the blue and the black, and then you push it through, and then you connect them. And once you connect them, it's basically the same process of slip stitching into the first chain and then slip stitching around. So I sometimes have a tad bit of trouble doing this because I can't really see it, but I could feel through it. But because we're in this project, it's not as hard. So here we are, I didn't bore you through. So we cut off the yarn, we cut off all the other yarns as well, so that they wouldn't be in the way. This is the last yarn we're cutting to make sure that it looks good. So here we go. This is how it looks now. I'll put it in a white surface to make it easier to see, and you stretch it out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the games. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.